Now might be the best time to buy Monero. Here's why. Monero, like most cryptocurrencies, has suffered this year as investors worry about rising interest rates from the Federal Reserve and the effects of conflict in Europe. Its price has decreased by 39% this year to date, lowering its entire market capitalization to $2.68 billion at the time of making this video. So what is Monero? Why do certain cryptocurrency users favor it? And is it a smart investment in 2022? Keep in mind that when it comes to your hard-earned cash, we don't claim to be financial experts. So at the end of the day, it's entirely up to you what you do with the information we provide in our content. This video will help you to understand whether or not Monero is a good investment. Before we go any further, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to learn more about cryptocurrencies. Monero is one of the world's fastest growing cryptocurrencies. It's extremely safe and has managed to keep the privacy of its currencies and their owners. This coin uses an array of tech that makes sure all of your transactions stay private, away from the public eye. What's more, to protect the privacy of its owners, all Monero coins are treated equally and can be swapped with one another. This is why it's considered to be fungible. But what does being fungible mean for Monero? Let's break it down. Why is Monero fungible? If you're a proud owner of one or multiple Monero coins, your receipts are the only thing that will ever be made public, with the rest of your private info kept hidden. This makes it difficult to know where you live because, let's be honest, nobody wants a stranger to know where they live. With Monero, you can make anonymous deposits and transfers of funds using their ring signature technology, which makes sure that nobody knows how much money is coming in or going out. This is just an extra added layer of security because Monero is extra like that. This could be a perfect currency for you if all you want is to exchange cash anonymously, because you become rich enough to afford a Ferrari and don't want anybody to know. If yes, then by all means go for it. But yeah, you should definitely do your own research. Don't just take our word for it. Although Monero is a younger cryptocurrency than Bitcoin, it has proven to be competitive. Monero is frequently preferred over Bitcoin because it places a much higher value on user anonymity. Monero also has a far better chance of staying competitive in the cryptocurrency industry. This is thanks to its availability on Stack Exchange, which significantly expands its already thriving public library. You can even make bigger transactions with Monero because it doesn't have the block size limitations that other currencies like Bitcoin do. In comparison to others like Bitcoin, it can make multiple transactions every single second due to the lack of a limitation on how many transactions you can make. What's more, Monero will be used to play amazing games like slots in the coming years. Maybe rewards will be offered too, making the gaming experience all the more exciting. What other reasons could Monero possibly have for being a good investment? Why you should invest in Monero. Another incentive to invest in Monero is that it's growing rapidly. Since its launch, the number of people who support it has skyrocketed. This is because it's demonstrated an obvious capacity to keep financial information secret. People could want to hide their financial information for personal reasons, which must be respected. Monero simply makes it possible for them to do so. Nonetheless, there is an obviously false claim that Monero is linked to illegal funding, such as money used in drug trafficking. Some have even said that this is a money laundering operation or a get-rich-quick scheme. But these are bold claims against a currency whose only promise to its users is to essentially protect their privacy. Don't you think so? At the end of the day, it's entirely up to you what you do with your money. Listen to yourself first before you listen to anybody else. Do your own homework, people. Monero is a great long-term investment for a vast majority of people since more and more people are requesting that their financial info be kept private. Monero has managed to demonstrate that it can protect your privacy far better than other currencies. It can even prevent its value from being exposed, making it very hard for anybody to track the amount of currency being exchanged. It's mind-boggling to think of an awesome feature like that being portrayed as a bad thing. Let's go a little in depth to understand how Monero works and how it's able to do all of this. What's Monero? Monero is a blockchain project that aims to improve upon Bitcoin, the world's most popular cryptocurrency. Monero does this through quicker transaction speeds and lower transaction costs than Bitcoin for the most part. But it's mostly famous for its privacy features, which make transaction tracking impossible. Monero does this by merging a private and public ledger and connecting them with sophisticated encryption. This is in contrast to Bitcoin, where all transactions are publicly available. As a result, monitoring Bitcoin transactions and pinpointing the source and receiver is difficult but not impossible. This explains how the FBI has been able to track billion-dollar Bitcoin transactions. In 2021, the FBI was able to monitor millions of dollars sent to Colonial Pipeline hackers. Likewise, following the Bitfinex theft in 2022, the FBI was able to track down and recover Bitcoins. It's things like these that have made Monero and other privacy coins grow in popularity among those who are concerned about being monitored by law enforcement. As if we aren't already being watched by our government enough. In the past year, Monero has had a terrible time. The coin's price reached an all-time high of $517 on May 7, 2021. This gain came with a big upward trend in many other cryptocurrencies as well. But the rise eventually faded, and Monero is now down over 75% from its all-time high in May of 2021. As a result, its market capitalization ranking among cryptocurrencies has dropped from around 18 in 2021 to 32 today. Other privacy currencies, such as Dash and Decred, have also fallen out of favor with investors. Monero's price has dropped for a variety of reasons. The Federal Reserve, for starters, signaled that it would start raising interest rates 2 months ago. Analysts predict that the bank will raise interest rates 3 to 7 times this year.
St. Louis Fed President Jim Bullard is the interview I'm talking about. He said he supports raising interest rates by a full percentage point between now and the start of July, by July 1st.
These steps are driven by the fact that inflation in the United States has been steadily rising in recent months. Secondly, the Monero network is vulnerable to a 51% attack. The 51% attack on the blockchain happens when a single individual or a group of people hog more than 50% of the total mining power. Thirdly, the price of Monero has dropped as the industry plans to shift from proof of work to proof of stake platforms. The winning miner that verifies the block and earns a reward is referred to as POW, whereas with POS, you get rewarded after you stake or invest your tokens. The fact that the easy proof of work networks like Monero are shifting to the complicated proof of stake networks is a major problem. So that begs the question, is Monero a good investment? Is Monero a good investment? As previously mentioned, the Fed, which is likely to become more conservative in 2022, poses the greatest risk to Monero and other cryptocurrencies. This explains why the coin's value has plummeted this year. In 2022, these hazards, along with those linked to 51% attacks, will continue. On the plus side, investors have already factored in these risks. As a result, when the Federal Reserve starts raising interest rates, the coin is likely to rise. This is known as selling the rumor and buying the truth. Another factor that could drive the Monero price up is rule clarity. Clear rules, particularly those imposed by the Securities and Exchange Commission, could eventually encourage more people to invest in cryptocurrencies like Monero. So we shouldn't count Monero out yet. Private coins have been increasingly popular in recent years. These currencies are more popular than others since they are untraceable, making them suitable for people who value privacy and secrecy. The present market trends indicate that these currencies will face stiff competition from larger cryptocurrencies in the next few years. But many investors are willing to use these currencies because it benefits their need for privacy. When Monero first launched, there was some skepticism because no one knew what it stood for. Many people assumed that they were money laundering scams, while others suspected that they were a way to hide illegal assets. The reality is that people from all over the world can use them, and they aren't easily influenced by external pressures such as politics. Because private coins are unaffected by jurisdictional boundaries, they can be utilized for a number of different reasons. Activities that generally require the use of cash, such as gambling, could soon be reformed to permit the use of these untraceable currencies. Their security features and protocols make them perfect for activities like gambling, which involve large sums of money and a strong desire for secrecy. Conclusion: Monero is without a doubt the world's fastest growing cryptocurrency. Although it's younger than Bitcoin, it has demonstrated a strong commitment to protecting the privacy and security of its users. All transactions are completely untraceable, and its position on Stack Exchange makes it a future-proof investment. Secondly, the frequency at which people have started using it is growing every day, indicating that it will develop rapidly in the coming years. This is probably the safest type of investment you could make, but hey, we could be wrong. Nonetheless, the things we mentioned today should help you make an educated decision on whether or not Monero is right for you, or if you should even try it. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for future videos. Please also leave a comment below to tell us if you think Monero is a good investment. If you want to play it safe and are unsure of how to invest in crypto, click on the pop-out banner to watch our video for the best crypto investing strategy.